వాయిదా అనంతరం లోక్సభ ప్రారంభమైంది. ఇప్పుడు లైవ్లో చూద్దాం.
You have all been elected in 2014 by creating confusion and disorder in the country and telling all lies, and you will have to wait one more year to go. I think have patience. They will have one more year to go. That's all.
Nothing will only Virappa Moili ji बजट पे बोलेंगे वही बात जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं होता है. आप बैठिए पहले. Let him speak.
Madam.
Virappa Moili ji.
Madam.
Virappa Moili ji बोलिए. Virappa Moili ji आप स्टार्ट कीजिए.
Madam Speaker. No, what is that?
Virappa Moili ji बोलिए. Virappa Moili ji बोलिए. वीरप्पा मोइली जी. I'm sorry. आप बोलिए वीरप्पा जी, आप बोलिए.
Madam Speaker, the behavior of this member,
आपके
Madam Speaker, the behavior of this honorable member, reminds me of the story of Bhaspasura, who want to put their respective hands on them and burn themselves even before 2019 election. I don't think we can help them. I don't think God alone can help them if there is a God. So, Madam Speaker, I don't know whether the finance minister sitting here would like to get this budget passed or not, or he would like to go away without any debate. He has to make it very clear. It is the duty of the government to cooperate to run the business of the house. That is the parliamentary convention, and today it appears to me that the ruling party, they do not want to cooperate with the finance minister to get the bill passed. This is the difficulty. So I can't help, you can't help, only they should help themselves. So, Madam Speaker, today I would like to say that the budget has been presented on first, and I have few points to highlight. Here, this is a federal budget. This is the federal government. But what we see here, I can narrate number of instances where it doesn't reflect the federal character of the budget. Here, particularly in the roads and the infrastructure projects, they have charged the cess. And by charging cess, they want to misappropriate the revenue which is due to the state government. Excise will be given to divisible pool, that is 42% of divisible pool should be given to the states. Whereas, even in the case of petroleum, ₹2 per litre, they would like to put the cess and misappropriate the entire amount. And 42%, here what happens, if they put the cess, the entire thing will come to the government of India. This is the way the budget is a serious assault on the federal concept of the economy of this country. The direct taxes are concerned, they have put the long-term capital gain tax. UPA 1, when our government was there, we removed this taxation, that is the long-term capital gains tax, and it was replaced by Security Transaction Act. This logic is good for compliance because that you are very sure about it. But that has not had any adverse impact on the money market. But now, Security Transaction Act continues. They are not repealed it. They are not for repealing. But in addition to that, now they will have the legislation on the capital gain tax at the rate of 10%. It's a double jeopardy. The purpose for which it was replaced in the UPA 1 now has been defeated by the present government by putting a double jeopardy. That is why there is a total collapse of the stock market. They had an eye on the capital market. It was raising, and stock exchanges around they were all very happy, jubilant that the stock is raising. Now they have come to the abysmal low ebb with regard to the augmentation of the tax. With regard to the disinvestment, very purpose is lost. They said 80,000 crores, but out of 82,000 crores, 52,000 crores is the disinvestment of 51% of the shares of the Hindustan Petroleum, which is a public sector, by the ONGC. One public sector share is purchased by the another public sector. Very purpose of definitely igniting the capital market has been totally gone away. This is only a make-up to show that they have succeeded in getting more disinvestment. From where? Madam, I was a petroleum minister. We handled all the public sector petroleum, public sector, the oil ministries. All public, unlike the banks, all the public sector oil industries came up. They were on profit. They were contributing to the purchasing power of the people. But now they would like to have an eye on just like banks, they have already made it bankrupt. Now they would like to make these oil companies also bankrupt. As a result, what will happen? There will be a total casualty in this. And disinvestment, what is that they are searching for? Total sell of the Air India. Prime Minister in the morning was talking that, these people have no aviation, UPA had no aviation policy at all. So, yes, we never wanted to have aviation policy. Straight away, selling the Air India to the private sector. We never had that. We don't want that kind of thing. And, he was looking at it. Now the question is that, the Air India sale, they are going to sell to the private people. And they, instead of, I can understand opening up the shares to the private party. But wholesale, the sale of the Air India is most detrimental to the economy of the country. And, they have definitely, they are not improving. The question is that, they don't want to build any public sector, whereas we have built it. We had the biggest Paradip refinery was 100% built by the UPA 1 and 2 government. That was about to be commissioned. Because of some cyclone, we could not organize a program for Prime Minister. Of course, I am happy that the present Prime Minister has chosen to go and inaugurate the Paradip refinery, and it provided lakhs and lakhs of jobs, and also provided the downstream petrochemical projects. That is the project which can create jobs. That is how we created jobs. Whereas, this government has no sense even to acknowledge while inaugurating the work done by the previous government. They think they want to own everything. They think immediately after the marriage, within a month or two, the babies will come and they own it. This is what the philosophy of the present government is concerned. We had worked out another biggest oil refinery in Barmer of Rajasthan. My idea was that we should create another economy, the prosperous economy, like the Middle East countries. In the desert, there are plenty of oil. That is a heavy oil, crude oil. That was, if you transport it to Gujarat coast, you lose a lot of money. It requires a lot of money. That is why we wanted to put up a Barmer Barmer oil refinery with the support of, I was the minister, and we have put up the plant, worked out, all technical viability work has been done, financial resources have been mobilized, and our UPA chairman, Srimati Sonia ji, came and launched it. And they said, with the collaboration of the Rajasthan government. Immediately, Rajasthan government came, they said, and the present government, they said, we don't want to have it. They have given up. About 3 months back, very same Prime Minister, and also the BJP Chief Minister, Srimati Vasundhara Raje ji, they again relaunched the same project. Just a man, there is an escalation cost. More than 5,000-6,000 crores of escalation cost. How much wealth is lost? We would have utilized the oil crude oil which was produced in that region. By now, my idea was, make this country oil self-sufficient by 2030. That was the idea, and we would have definitely achieved it. In fact, the whole scheme has been given up. We have already made viable studies on the CBM, coal-based methane oil, and also for the shale gas, and also the crude oil. But today, they are not interested. They are only interested in purchasing oil from the outside. Why? Because they think that no, they cannot have a commission if there is a crude oil exploration here, and they cannot have a commission. I think I think that old traditional thinking that crude oil gets a lot of wealth for them. So in fact, I don't see you at all. It's not worth seeing your face. Don't worry. I don't see your face. So I will see only the face of the speaker, and I will speak. I'm happy about it. So I need not worry about them. And all these people, I have seen them, And in my life of 50 years of political life, I have seen such people. I also know how they have gone to drinks after some time. This is how they believe. I know they are not only, I think all of them will not come even to the opposition. Forget about becoming MPs. So anyway, whatever it may be, they deserve what they are. I don't want to say, madam, I constructed, our petroleum ministry of the UPA government constructed 3 caverns to store crude oil in case to make contingency in the times of the distress. One was constructed and completed in Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. Another was constructed in Mangalore in Karnataka. Another was constructed in Udupi, and ultimately that were all commissioned. But what this government has done, at the time when there is a low cost of the crude oil, any wise people, if they are wise, and people may have question mark on their wisdom, but now all the 3 caverns which was built with crores of rupees, they are kept vacant. They could have filled up that crude oil and taken advantage of the lower price of the crude oil, and today we would have gained thousands and thousands of crores of rupees, and there would not have been any problem with regard to the finance of the government. And they don't do that, and they just want to put blame on our government. Then the present government, the exploration policy is concerned. With the exploration corporation is concerned, as I already said, UPA had planned to cut down imports to 50% by 2020, 70% by 2025, and to empower India to become self-sufficient, totally eliminating import of crude oil by 2030. But the NDA government has failed to take advantage of this window of opportunity. They have failed because they have a faith in importing it, either importing from Middle East or importing from gone to Kazakhstan. And we have agreed that from Kazakhstan, gas pipeline will be laid, and the cheapest ever possible gas will be brought from Kazakhstan to Afghanistan, Pakistan and Pakistan to India. And today, that kind of a cheapest gas, now they have forgotten. They think that Australia, there is somebody, some middleman, they will have to strike a deal and they speak of corruption. If they are really interested in fighting against the corruption, why should they hold back the Lok Sabha Act? That was meant to fight because there was a big agitation all over the country for implement Lok Sabha during our period. We readily accepted it, constituted a committee along with Anna Hazare and others, and we passed an Lok Sabha Act. If they are really interested in fighting corruption, and they should have implemented Lok Sabha Act. Very fact that they are doing it, they have something to hide, something to suppress, something to hold back, and everything is hip. And I will come back to the Rafale deal at the last. And UPA 2 had, with regard to the Aadhaar, the BJP, they opposed it tooth and nail. They said no Aadhaar. Despite that, I, as a petroleum minister, was the first minister to initiate step for seeding the 295 districts by implementation of direct benefit scheme in respect of LPG and to eliminate all the duplicate suppliers, and we got it done, and Aadhaar was implemented and direct benefit transfer was done. They said even that Ujjwal was initiated by me, implemented by, provide the free gas, but these people have abandoned it. It is only now they think that Aadhaar is the best source, and ultimately they can get credit because they are interested in Ujjwal, not in the producing oil or supplementing or distribute to the other people. At least two, as far as the GST is concerned, it is said not only by Y.V. Reddy, former governor of Reserve Bank of India, but also Sri Raghuram Rajan, that GST is not free from faults. I also said you send it to the Standing Committee on Finance, and we'll refine it, send it to it, just like VAT, value added tax, had something to do with the evolving the value added tax. I know they don't agree. They should have their own man. I think one Sri Bhupendra Yadav from Rajya Sabha, and he is made the chairman of the Joint Select Committee, and in a hurriedly they brought this GST. There are two things which disrupted the economy of the country. One is the GST. That is why that GST is so vulnerable. In fact, just before the Gujarat election, they have restructured and reduced the taxation rate in respect of 276 items. Again about 76 items. That means to say this GST can be politically manipulated just to help them to get them elected. But anyway, people know the message and they will not go by that. But another 2 years, just like what Raghuram Rajan has said, just like why the economy cannot come back. In fact, there will be more than 2.5% reduction in GDP because of the faulty implementation of GST and because of the demonetization policy which was done abruptly. But they don't realize it. They don't repent for it. In fact, if you do not have a picture as to how much you are collecting, we do not know. This is a parliament. The finance minister will have to be accountable to the parliament. And you only lose your energy. I don't mind. I don't mind. Poor chap, you do it so that you will not be fit for the next election. All right. So the question is that we do not today is presenting the budget, getting past the budget, and also the finance bill. We would like to know how much he is expecting from the GST. What will be the lapse? What will be the deficit? And what will be the tax share? They will have to pay a lot of compensation to the state, maybe more than 10,000 crores, which has not happened when the Congress government implemented the VAT compensation. That is because the faultless, tax regime. Now it is full of tax. That is why I think ultimate analysis, they will have to pay more than 12,000 crores or even more to the states. And I have some table to show how much each state is losing. How much each state is losing because of the structure of the collection. I have got the table. I don't think many of them hail from those states. And Andhra Pradesh is concerned, because of the faulty implementation of GST, they will be losing 511 crores. And another state, Bihar is concerned, they will be losing 1,147 crores per annum. I am telling you per annum. And as far as in fact, the Karnataka is concerned, it will be losing 559 crores. And like that, even the Madhya Pradesh is concerned, they will be losing 896 crores. And UP is concerned, they will be losing 2,131 crores. Our MPs should be accountable to their respective states. And UP is concerned, they will be losing 2,131 crores. West Bengal is concerned, they are losing 869 crores. This is the fate. Do you think that they will compensate it? And even if the compensation, there is no method and system. Ultimately, it can be politically misused, and they may give more compensation to their respective states, and ultimately entire allocation, there will be a total distortion. I don't think it can be done. That ultimately, unless they restructure the entire GST and make one rate, because idea was to make GST means one tax, one nation. They are interested in giving out slogans: one state, one nation, one tax. But here, one nation, multiple taxes. And this is the fate. Multiple taxes. This is the fate. Even they speak up, one nation and one election, so many things. I can tell you one thing, madam, and they say, they tribute that UPA 1 and 2, we are responsible for paralysis of the program. First time, we wanted to make one grid, one power grid, one nation. I was a power minister some